Hello, hello. It's Julie, and I'm just trying to get the other thing set up so that I can see what you guys are saying. If it'll let me. It's like very slow. Yeah, and I don't get notifications of my own things. Videos, live. There you are. Yeah, and I don't get notifications of my own things. Okay, so it's National Scrapbooking Day, and I usually like to at least do something. The thing that I've been working on lately is getting some of the newspaper clippings from when my sister passed away, so that because a lot of them had been copied, and the copies are they're done. Like there's half of it isn't there. It's like really weird. So I wanted to do this. So I want to give a trigger warning if my sister was killed in a mudslide. And so that's what I am scrapping. And I have gone ahead and I have printed on photo paper, but not the shiny photo paper. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Joyce. Some of the copies of what happened, and I've already gone ahead and cut them out. And then I was like, you know what? I will go ahead and go live. Tom is he has to repair a tire on the trailer that we used for the picnic, and get the grill off the trailer. Hi, Regina. Hi, Kathy Ashley. Welcome. Hi, Gail. So, so I want to get one of these done, and then I'm going to make one of these for each of my brothers so that their families can have it and pass it down. It has now been 31 years since this tragic accident happened, and so you know, my kids knew my sister. She was their favorite person in the world, but unfortunately my brother's kids never met her, and both of my brothers, their kids never met her. So yeah, and I know that somewhere there is stuff from when, you guys, I can't believe it. I had an uncle, my grandfather's brother was also killed in a tragic, well, it was a rock that came down while they were camping. So it's kind of strange. Hi, Tina. Welcome. Yeah, so Tom has something he's doing. Should he finish and be done, then I will need to go. But I did want to do that. So today we did, well, let's get it in there twice. We did traffic control for our Cinco de Mayo parade here in our little town. And then we came home and I was doing something and I saw a notice that all of the pre-races for the Kentucky Derby were done. And I was like, oh my gosh, we didn't miss the Kentucky Derby. So we don't have regular cable television. You guys, I'm just putting these in here. I just want the facts for them. I think, you know, I had told you I had pulled out these out of, well, let me show you what I've got. For mine, I have this photo album. Okay, so I have this photo album, and there's my sister and Glenn, And this is their program. And then I had this background, and I thought I might write on here eventually. Hi, Irma. Hi, Debbie Howard. Oh, thank you, Irma. Good night. So I have 2 of this, so I'll be able to do it just like this for my one brother. My other brother, I'll do different. Yeah. So, and actually my other brother was at that time was Glenn's nephew, and he was living with them in the apartment, the house that they were killed in. He had a room upstairs. So, and my sister was 9 months pregnant. She had just been taken off of all the medication to be able to go ahead and have baby Wesley. And yeah, so very, I guess I didn't, I thought I had the other papers in here to show you. There's a pearl. There is something in here that every once in a while, it just surprises my allergies. So, okay, so I just went ahead and I used the double-sided tape. It is acid-free, and I've put it there. And this is going to be double-sided, so I'll be able to use this. Peach roses were my sister Shelly's favorite, so I wanted to use peach roses. This is the local paper of where they lived. I have articles from New York Times, from Phoenix, because of the airplane that we were on when me and my kids flew home, Los Angeles Times, and another one. So this was the front page, and I'm going to go ahead and put that on here. So so what do you guys think about scrapping or documenting the bad things? Okay, so now remember, this has been 30 years. Okay, it's been 31 years. It's still devastating, absolutely devastating. It still shocks me that it happened, but but it took 30 years to be able to do this. So the thing is with what we do about going through scrapbooks and journals and things, and seeing what people kept and keep track of. And I was like, here I do this, but but I haven't done this one, and I think it's important. And with my mom and dad not here anymore, I have one aunt, well, 2 aunts and uncles, but the one aunt didn't know my sister. It's like my cousins, yes, they knew her, but there's in our family, those memories are not as sharp. The heart ones are, but the other things are not. And so I want to be able to add other memories in here, but I wanted to be able to document the facts. Oh, yeah. Yeah, your mom's would still be so soon. I don't, how long has it been since your brother passed away? But I know your mom has been more recent. So, but yeah, keeping the clippings, but then, it's like, okay, I can keep the clippings, but, You guys, I was shocked when I pulled them out of my file. I was just shocked that what had happened to some of the things. So this is all from one article, and then there's this part here, and so I think I have to separate this. I was thinking I could add a piece in, okay? So I pulled this out, and I was like, well, I can add this piece, because this is the next part of the article. And put that in. But I kind of think it would be okay to go on the 2 pages, maybe with this heading over here. And then I mean, because I really don't want to have to take the album apart. Hi, Kat. Hi. You guys, Kat and Joyce, we need to talk about doing a little thing so I can let you know when I'm going, because this was a surprise. Tom has stuff to do, and I have. You guys remember when I had gotten all my work done a while back, and I was gonna take the time and do this, and I didn't. So I'm like, and Tom came in, he's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I told him, and he's kind of funny. He's like, he didn't know what to say. It's like, yeah, that's what I figured, Debbie. And the thing is I think, like I said, the being able to pull this out, and especially like my brother's kids and my grandkids, and being able to show them, they've all heard. I mean, some of them are named after her in one way or another. You know, our Shelley is named after her. Our my brother's Emma is named after her, and so, you know, being able to do that, and that they can just pull this out and read it if they wanted to. And so, and the other thing is I'm looking for a printer that I can print 12 by 12s, because I would like to be able to print what I've done as far as family stuff, to be able to give to the boys, but more like a book, I think. And Amber. Today is Amber's birthday, by the way. Amber. Oh, Kat. Oh, bless your heart. You know, my heart, it's I know this is hard, but my heart has joy in it, because I'm thinking about that I can just see them, seeing my brothers be able to tell the stories. You know, one brother is a fireman because of this whole thing. The one that lived in the house with them. He decided that day he was going to be a fireman, and he is. And he was, I mean, he became my adopted brother. But, yes. Thank you, Kat. And I know I would be crying if I was sitting with any of you doing this. I know I would be. I know it. I have cried so much in the last couple of weeks with the things that our people in our community are going through. That it's like I just want to take some of the pain away from y'all. Boy, I'm really see well, you saw the front page. Okay, and these came out of this this paper pad. So I'm thinking I may go through and add a little bit of the roses. I was going to use them in this month's journal, but I think adding those in, and then maybe some pearls, and that's because that's a family thing. So I'll be thinking about that. The other thing is Shelley's song was "You Are My Sunshine," and the cut apart pages for this paper pad had yes, I'm so glad you stopped by. The paper pad has the word sunshine, and so I've already done a couple of things with that. So let's go ahead. So these pages are going to sit right next to each other. And so if I butt that one right up against there so that you know that it continues. Yeah. Steve was also, he was a roommate in there. It was a house. I did get too much sun, you guys. I was only out for like 2 hours. I put sunscreen on my face. I used my my Mary Kay day solution on my face. So my face is fine, but man. And the other thing is the wind was blowing. So it was in Ventura, California in 1992. Horrible rains. And we had a big drought like California's been having. We had a devastating drought, and they were doing an experimental thing up above where this house was in the avocado orchard to try and save the trees, because avocados are actually a very tropical tree. And so they topped all the trees. And the other thing about Ventura is the soil is, there's oil fields everywhere. It is a clay soil, and it's oily clay soil. So as the drought was happening and the roots to the tree thinned out, it left holes. So when this rain happened, the tree just came right up out of the ground, and it rushed down the hill, and it took all of the mud and the debris behind it. And so that's what happened. That crashed in through their home. So the home was designed by my dad, built by our very good friends, and the landlord was our very good friend. It was, yeah. So that is what I'm going to do with those pages. Now, yeah, I'm really thinking I like the idea of the roses. Does it seem kind of weird to put roses in this. So, and this was international news. It was and the first firefighters knew our family. I lived in Iowa, actually. I had moved away. I bought some, or I found, I mean, I bought them a long, long time ago, some stickers, and I don't know what I did with them. Put the roses. So we'll do this one first. They're kind of a funny size. I'm looking to see. I've never looked to see if it is archival, and it does not say it that it is. So washable. Permanent. This one does not have acid. Sans acid. Acid-free, photo safe. Hi, Ava. Welcome. I know. Here I tell you guys, I'm not going to be around, and then I premiered. So what happened with the premiere today is I accidentally, because I'm so used to hitting premiere, I accidentally hit premiere. And I was like, well, I can't take that off. Once I noticed, I was like, because it had been a few minutes. Okay, well, I'm just going to hope that it works out. And it did. Where they put me, I was not really busy until the end of the parade, when we don't let people go one direction because all the horses and the people are that way. Hi, Karen. Welcome. So, yeah, so we premiered, and then I'm hoping to premiere at 8 o'clock. No, 8:30. Premiere at 8:30 tomorrow. If it doesn't work, then I will just put the video up at 8:30. Because I know I will be at church at 10:30. Okay. So, and I will put it up. Oh, thank you, Tina. Thank you. So I think it needs something like, oh gosh. Oh, you know what? I have this. I wish I had more of that. It needs something like that, I think. Or a trim. I have gray. Let's see. I like that. I have this from yesterday. Kind of like that. Oh my gosh. I can't use those yet. I got some really cool things from Grabby that could go in here. But you know what? Maybe, are there labels in here? Okay, there's a bunch of lacy things in here. So I'm in my, this is the Grabby and the other stickers. I'm going to put those closer to the front. Ooh, that says after the rain. Ugh. I'll never look at that the same again. It was a long time, you guys, that I could, you know, the rain really bothered me. And finally the rain doesn't bother. But that took a long time too. So yeah, I'm sorry I wasn't prepared. I'm sorry I wasn't more prepared. Okay, I have an idea. Oh my gosh, I just heard my mom say that. We're in trouble. Whenever my mom said, I have an idea. Oh my, that meant that we were gonna have a job. For total sure. Totally for sure. Okay. Okay. I need to get it smaller so that I can pay attention to what I'm doing. This is sewing paper. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Karen. Thank you very much. I was telling them it's been over 30 years. So okay. And I'm an old school scrapper. I like to scrapbook a lot of things on a page instead of, you know, you see all the ones now are one picture on a page. Well, I like the pictures. I think all the pictures help to tell the story. Like today during the Kentucky Derby, I took a couple pictures of the race, and it was amazing that the same horses were not even close to the front in the beginning that were the ones. I mean, the horse that I was picking was way in the back, and it ended up finishing 4th. Okay. So I may use my the punch thing that you can punch the letters and maybe put the date on here or what newspaper this was. I'm thinking I could go ahead. I could eat this. Okay, I have an inked raspberry. Oh my gosh, isn't that? Oh my gosh, Ava, I do that too. I took that. If you guys see I took a picture of me in my hat today, for the Kentucky Derby. I went in and put on a hat and everything. Tom was like, he had never watch the Kentucky Derby. Now, our family, we watched it. It was every other year we would have a party for Amber and Sean. If you remember, Sean's birthday was last week. He turned 40. And Amber's birthday's today, and she turned 41. They're 8 days less than a year apart. And so one year they would get separate birthday parties, and the next year I did the parties together because they had the same friends. They were in the same grade in school, and they had all the same friends. And so so that was the way I did it. And let's see if this is gonna work. This is worn lipstick. I just want some color, I think. I might need, oh, maybe we'll just do some dots. Oh well. So anyway, their party that we did together would be on the Saturday in between their birthdays. You know, Amber's birthday, yes, it did fall on Kentucky Derby Day every once in a while, where the Saturday was Kentucky Derby, or her birth, yeah, the Saturday was her birthday and it was Kentucky Derby, but usually not. Anyway, it would be on in the background in all of the pictures. All those years, there's pictures of the Kentucky Derby in the background of the birthday parties. So, yeah, so I went, anyway, today I went and put on the hat, and Tom's like, what's the big deal? And I just, you know, this thing came across, and it said that all the races were over, and that we didn't miss the Kentucky Derby. Now I'm going to watch it. If I can find it to watch it, I'm going to watch it. I said, why don't you sit down and watch it? And he actually enjoyed it. So, yeah, I'm a little disappointed in this up here, but you know, that's okay. And this is really more about the facts, but you know me, I gotta make it kind of pretty. Oh, isn't that something, Kat? Isn't that something when it's like you hear, or I mean, every once in a while I'm doing something and my hands are totally my mom's hands. Not just that they look like it, but they're actually doing it like she would have done it. It is so weird. My feet, no. My mom, my mom had pretty feet. My feet spread out. I have funny looking feet, but she had pretty feet. My sister had her feet. She had pretty feet. So in the the ones from my brothers, I might not do roses and stuff. But again, if I can find a printer, I may just print it. We'll pretend like there was spots just lightly behind it. There we go. I don't not like it anymore. I like this. I think that will be really cool. So so my words will look kind of like this. These are Tim Holtz typewriter words, and so I will, you know, they'll kind of look like, because I'll use that thing where you go click, 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 and it prints on the plastic. I think that will be cool. So, yeah, so there's that one. I think, I don't want to use up all the, I do have another page that I can cut out of roses. I even cut the edges. I cut the whole page. I kind of like it like that. Okay, so in Tamara's head a little bit. So did anybody else do scrapbooking for National Scrapbooking Day? Sometimes it's the only day out of the whole year that I get any scrapbooking done. So there. Yeah, I like that. So that will go in here. So that's the first page. That's Shelley and Glenn. And that'll just go right in here. This is just got 10 pages in it. So usually what I'll do when I want something to fit in, like an album that's already put together and I don't want to take it apart and put extra things in it or anything, I'll kind of get an idea of what I need to put on each page. I have not done that yet, but I think it'll be okay. But I think that turned out, I think that'll, yep, I did fussy cutting. I was fussy cutting. Yeah, so I did this a couple weeks ago. I got all the things together. That's when I found out and I freaked out that that so much had happened, that the copies were bad. I was like, oh my gosh, I kind of like this. I think I'll cut that. So this is the scrap from yesterday's video. And somewhere I've got a couple more lined pieces like that. And maybe I can find those and be able to use those also. And they were out of either the Grabby or the Temu stuff. I like having papers out of the pattern papers. Oh, come on. I hear Tom. I hope he's taking the wheel off and not putting it back on yet. There's some things that just, it feels good. It feels like I'm accomplishing something here. This has been on my mind, on my list for quite a while. And it's like the hardest part is getting started, if you know what I mean. I think I might even be able to use, because I've still got a couple more pieces of yesterday's Friday freebie. And I might be able to use a couple pieces of that. So these could go up against, like that. I don't like that. Oh, don't lose the top. We'll do that too. Here's a little one. Well, I thought I had more than this. Maybe there's more in the living room. Maybe. Oh, there's one. There's a big one. Of course, there they are down there. Oh, I like that. Probably put that there. And this one here. Maybe is that the other one? I don't want to cover up too much of, like I said, this is for actual documenting. So oh, you tried the masking tape. How'd that work? How did that work? Okay, I know I want to put this one here. So we'll get that one on. Now I've lost my paper. My scrap paper, there it is. I was looking at the masking tape and I was like, I could put, no, I don't think, there's already enough new stuff. So I started making a digital, like the Friday freebie the other day, that had the parts of the newspaper and parts of the N and when got cut off when I printed it. So I'm going to go ahead and just put that over and make it look like I put the flower over the win. There you go. Okay, so we've got these. These are the bird words, bird and flower words that I'm using in my journal this month. It worked good. Oh, good. Okay, I think we can put that, and that will give you that look to come down and look down there. It kind of highlights them, I think. That picture is in a lot of the articles. That was the picture, the most recent picture that my mom and dad had of the two of them together. So, okay, so now over here, now on this side, we had flower, so maybe flowers kind of down, but we had a flower down. So thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. It's kind of, I'm hoping to get this the Zoom thing figured out so that some of the times we can do that. Okay, what if we take this? This one's actually even got some of the embossing on it. And we put this and the flower. I like that because we kind of did that on that. Well, we did do. It's underneath that other. Yeah, so now you're just never going to know when, now Monday, Tom, is it Monday? No, it is a Monday. Tom has a meeting, an online meeting. Oh, I can't go live because he has his online meeting. It can't accidentally interrupt his online meeting. Oh darn. That would have been cool. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Yeah, so we've been discussing going ahead and paying for it. I may go ahead and try it even before we set up the paid one. Because I want to do that with the VIPs and also with Patreons. So, yeah. Oh, I like that. I like that. So I do have another page of these. Oh, a clip castle. Oh, cool. It's exciting to have found what you're going to do though, huh? For your mistake. I was able to I used a copy mistake. I'll have to have another one. I'm going to be looking for another. I think that's good enough. I mean, like I said, the whole idea is that the story is here, but you know, I need to make it Julie. They wouldn't expect it not to be. Oh, you'll be able to. You'll figure it out. We'll be figuring it out. We'll do some little things where that's exactly what we're doing, is figuring things out. So if I can remember the password to my iPad here, we could go on multiple things so that you would be able to, if you weren't, you might not be able to participate like in Zoom, but you could still at least be able to be there. So I gotta figure I'm not gonna say I am not techie. I am techie. I can do all of that. Yeah, right. So I photocopied the newspapers, and I'm going to be doing a separate thing that is just the newspapers. But I wanted something that was, could go up on my shelf with my photo albums. Tom's kids never met her either. So there we go. So documenting something that might Yep. Yeah, because that's what happens when you pull out somebody's scrapbook or their journal, and you see how you see their personality in it. It's like looking at an Edith Holden book and how she did things, and then and compared to others that might have just written but drawn pictures or map type things. So this is what I have. This is one article. One article, but it's the biggest amount of paper. So I have a place to write the date. And then what I do for things like that is if I'm going to journal for it. Now this one, I'm going to use the back page. I'm going to put my next stuff right on this page. That will help save bulk. But I will put a pocket in here, or because like this is one of the things. It was a devastating day. So these are all the things that happened that day, and they were B at 6:45 a.m. So I'm just going to show you, because I'm going to put this in here, but I might make a page or like a large tag, and it has a little tab that comes out. It's in between these two pages, and then you can pull it out and see more of the story. Or something like this could be put in here back to back and could be put in there. Bye, Debbie. Bye. So, yeah. So, yeah. So this was from the same day, from the same paper, but from a different part of the article. And so then I have, there's a couple little things that were little blurbs that were in the newspaper where my brother also had moved to Iowa to help. Well, he moved there so that he could learn how to make donuts with my ex-husband. And because that was something, if he learned it, he could probably get a job forever. And he ended up becoming a CNA while he was there. And then he moved home back to California after. So, yeah, so there you go. There you go. I want to thank you guys for joining me, and I feel accomplished. It's just one set of pages, but it opens up and makes it so that I can go ahead and go through and work on this and get it finished. So, yeah, so make sure your notifications are on so that you know when I go live, because it could happen at any time. So again, tomorrow we'll have our premiere at 8:30 instead of 10:30. And then on Monday we have our mini challenge in the challenge, which is going to be exciting. And Wednesday at 1 o'clock we have a live scrap and chat. So I believe Kat named it Scrap and Chat. I think it was Kat. Was it you, Kat, that named it Scrap and Chat? So our first one will be Wednesday. So bring your scraps, and we'll be I'm not going to tell you what to make. We're just going to make together, and we're going to practice. And that's one of the things that eventually will move to Zoom. But for this time, just several people mentioned that they had a bunch of scraps. They needed to use them. And so, yeah, we may have some come on camera. Okay, very good. I thought it was you, Kat. Oh my gosh, First Holy Communion's tomorrow, right, Kat? Yay! He's so excited. I just loved when you told us how excited he was. And that is just such a blessing. So awesome. Congratulations. So, yeah. Okie dokie. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. It's getting late, huh? It's Saturday though, right? It's Saturday, so it's okay. I'm going to put these in here. And we'll put the bird words back in so I don't lose those. And we'll put these up. But there's a couple that are filled in also. But I think that turned out really cool with that over the top of the sewing paper. So just remember, if you have some of these in your stash, that might be a fun way to use them, is to put them over the top of something. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Sherry. I was working on the album for my documenting when my sister died. And so I did get a page. I got a page done. A 2-page spread. So this is the album that I'm using. I did this a while back, but this we did today. And I photocopied the newspaper clippings. I'm going to do something separate with the actual newspaper clippings. But I have this, and I printed it on photo. So, yeah. So that's what I did. And I have a whole bunch more to put in here. But so thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. And yeah, so oh my gosh, yeah, here it's gonna be 8 o'clock. I gotta go make dinner. But we had to I marinated the steak, and I didn't realize that the grill was still in the trailer, and the trailer had a flat tire for last night. So so he had to do a bunch of stuff just to be able to get the grill up to the house. So yeah. So everybody have a really good sleep. Have a really great weekend. We'll be premiere tomorrow at 8:30. And that's what I'll do on Sundays when I can. If I can't, then you'll see that the video will just come up at 8:30. Or when I know that I'm not going to be able to be there at 8:30, the video will just go and you'll be able to watch it. It's a short one. Tomorrow's video is only like 13 minutes. So just come and hang out right when it's going to start, because it's 13 minutes long. And it's the Flolio finished and the blank journal. So, you'll be at church. Cat. So, you guys, thank you again so very much, and have an amazing day. Bye. Bye-bye.